Yourself and Daniel Hayes will be running, but I understand that you do want to get more candidates on the ALP ticket than that.
Well, that's right. In an ideal world, you'd want to be above the line, which is 6 candidates, and as most people would be aware now, that running for council is not something that you do lightly. There's a lot of laws and regulation and application forms that you need to fill out, so it's not something to be taken lightly, and I think all candidates and all groups will be facing that issue of whether they can get 6 candidates above the line. So Labor will be looking for 6 candidates ideally, but if not, we will still probably run a ticket under the line at the upcoming local government election.
You mentioned that that the onerous task of getting all of the paperwork together is a big one. Is that the big issue, or is it the ALP struggling to find people putting their name to the ALP to run for council on a political ticket? Look,
no, not necessarily a political ticket. I think it is the issue of the laws have changed and they keep changing for candidates. Anyone who went to the candidates forum would be aware that there's a lot of paperwork, there's a lot of regulation, and that can put up barriers for people who may be interested in running for council, but because of time commitments and also the regulations, that they may hesitate to do so.
A lot of people say that politics don't have a place in council. Why do you think that they do? Why do you think that it's a good idea to have a political ticket for a council election?
Well, look, I think most people have political views who run for council. Whether they're members formally of a political party or not, they will have certain views and they'll vote certain ways at state and federal elections. So what we're saying is that we are a country Labor ticket, we're locals, we're proud to be locals, we're proud to be Labor, and that's where our values come from.
Can it lead to factions? Can it lead to political factions which will butt heads with other political ideologies?
Look, that may or may not happen. I think my intention and Daniel's intention is to be on council using our common sense when it comes to debating issues. We'll work closely with other councillors if we're elected. The idea is to bring people together on council to work effectively to get better outcomes for our city.
Now, what does Daniel, a 31-year-old psychologist, bring to the ALP and bring to this ticket?
I guess it brings diversity. What we're bringing to the council at the moment is a bit of diversity there. We've got some people who've served council very well for many years on that council who may or may not be retiring at the election. So I think the broader council is, in terms of representing people in the community, the better it is.
And when discussing tickets, it obviously pays to be at the top of the ticket. That's how the voting system works. Yep. I take it as a given that you, as president of the local branch, would be at the top?
Well, look, that decision's been made. We'll find that out when the formal announcement's made in July.